Good morning, everyone. Cyndi Williams here, the travel career coach. I have my amazing client, Katherine, with us this morning from Tides and Tails Travel. Katherine, how are you this morning?
I'm doing just great, thank you.
Well, thank you for visiting with us today. We're talking about your recent success in our Careers on Vacation program. That's so exciting. First of all, congratulations on your graduation.
Well, thank you.
So
Yeah,
exciting. Tell us, go ahead, what were you going to say?
Oh, I said, oh, it's really very exciting. I'm very pleased.
It's funny, like when you go through that process of, well, tell everybody where were you business wise before you did the mastermind, and where's your business today?
Okay, well, I'm a brand new home-based travel advisor. I'm not new to travel. I have been in corporate travel with a major airline for a lot of years. And for family reasons, I decided that I would retire 2 years ago to take care of family business. Well, 2 years into retirement, it's not the retirement that I had planned for myself. It's just the retirement that I was given. So I didn't have that much to do. I still love travel. I've got still a lot of energy, but nowhere to really put it. So I had been thinking about, well, should I go back? I could go back to the airline, and although I love the people there and I still see them, I knew that just wasn't something I wanted to do right now. So this is what I decided on, to forge my own path. Around Thanksgiving time, I looked at host agencies, and when I was online, that's when I came across your videos, your amazing videos, and I was just really intrigued. And I had signed on with a really good host agency. I'm with Nexion, and they're really a good host agency, and they offer a lot. But I'm in this office by myself, and I don't really know anyone there. So I don't really have a community to reach out to when I have questions, and I have a lot of questions. So that's how I came to be involved with Careers on Vacation. So I signed on at Christmas time, and it's been 12 weeks. And so in that period of time, I'm basically up and running, and I'm starting to get telephone calls. My phone is starting to ring with people needing travel. So it's all been very good.
Yay, I love it. And it's funny because you work in those corporate models, or if you work for someone else, it's a different structure, and there's pieces, right? Like they do the marketing, they do automation, they do all of those little things
Right.
that, like you said, when you get in that silo at home, you're like, how am I going to recreate this in a different scale from my living room, from my kitchen, from
By
that
myself.
perspective? Yes, by yourself. It feels very overwhelming and intimidating unless you have that roadmap. And you were smart enough, because you've been in the industry. You know, it's not just how to be a great agent. We didn't have to teach you a lot from that perspective. It is the business setup. It's the questions you don't know to ask that I think get people in the most trouble.
I would agree. And even if you've been in the business for years and years and years, if you haven't been out on your own and you haven't been successful in the current market, because you need to look at companies like Thomas Cook. There's a different business model these days, and if you don't know what you're doing, you've got to go and get help for it. Otherwise you just won't be successful.
Yep, and that's what we teach you, how to set up that online, home-based, portable, profitable business. But it really is, you are an online business owner, and that means a lot of different things. How do I market? How do I give a proposal properly to get the best sales rates? What best practices? What automation? And the good news is there is a roadmap. The tough news is I can't even imagine, like you and I have been in the industry a long time. I've been in since 93. I cannot imagine learning everything you need to learn being a brand new agent, plus setting up the business. Like that was a 25-year adventure that we've condensed now into XYZ kind of thing. So, well, good. Well, what's been the biggest win or celebration since you started your agency and now that you're up and running?
Well, I think the biggest win is how much I've really accomplished in 12 weeks. I think it's safe to say that I'm your oldest participant. I'm your most senior participant, and probably always will be. And I didn't even really have a up and running Facebook page when I started this. And so it was really daunting. So before we had our call today, I started making a list of all of the things that I have done. You know, I chose a name twice, which was an interesting story. And then I got my logo and I built my own website. And I set up my social media accounts, outlined my marketing plan. It's a long list. You know, I was trying to remind myself, okay, what have I done this 12 weeks? And this isn't even a complete list, but it's long. So I feel very good about it. I really do.
And what did it mean to have that support, knowing that you had that challenge of feeling like on the technical side, what did it mean to have that support as you did all of these intricate setup pieces?
Well, it just wouldn't have happened if I hadn't had the support. I mean, it truly wouldn't have. I mean, I could have gone online and looked at YouTube. I mean, I'm convinced you can do anything on YouTube. If you watch enough YouTube, you can do anything, you know. But like, especially for me, I mean, how many years do I have to get this set up? Really, I just want to get it set up and enjoy, it's not so much the process for me, although I needed to know the process myself, because if I don't know how to do it myself, then that opens up a whole new can of worms. So now I feel more confident in everything that I'm doing myself. And I'm into the part now that I really love, which is helping people plan their vacations and getting those calls and being excited with other people about where they're going to go and what they're going to see and what it means to their family. And, so that's the part I love.
And you're thinking like a true entrepreneur. Like, your greatest commodity is actually not money, it's time. Like, if you don't want to lollygag around for 5 years and make a bunch of learning curve mistakes and try to piece together and duct tape 4,853 YouTube videos from people who may or may not be successful, right? Like, what's that?
Right.
Trying to figure out that magic formula to have it handed to you, right? Like the
right.
time. And I'm a big, like, I told my team yesterday, my husband yesterday, he's the CFO, and we always do my training budget. And I have a $30,000 training budget for myself every year, because but that includes, I go to all these, you guys know, I go to these conferences all over the world, because I'm coming back and repackaging that and giving you the best stuff. So we're not just the best in the travel industry, we're giving you the best in the world for marketing techniques. So investing, because I don't have time to waste. My clients depend on me. And like you, I'm impatient. Like, if I've decided I'm going to do a goal, whatever it is that I'm going to do, I'm going to find out who's the best at doing it and figure out what I need to do to kind of move forward. So I love that you did that. Another thing that we integrate through the mastermind is the mindset work. How did that impact either your personal or business life as an aspect of the program?
Well, I'm still a work in progress with that work. It did come in handy though, because like I said, I started at Christmas time, and on Christmas Day I got the flu. So I had the flu, Christmas, the holidays, and a new business I was building. So those affirmations, that's when the affirmations really came in handy, because that was really high anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feeling like you're behind, and
right,
I get it.
Right. So I always have to, because it's not my nature, it's something new to me, but I do use it. And I find that the more I use it, the more beneficial it is to me, because I can focus much more easily than I could when I began.
Yeah.
So it's helping a lot. And when I feel that anxiety well up, so, because as a business owner, you're always going to have anxiety. When I start to feel it kind of welling up, I get out my little affirmations and I kind of go through them, and and I'm able to, bring the volume down at a quicker pace at this point. So
like
it's something good to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, and like you said at the top of the call, we're all home alone. So you have to have those extra tools and resources, because in every business, there's going to be tough days. But if you have that set of tools, I firmly believe, it's, you can get yourself back on track. And that's why we train everyone to think like a CEO and a real entrepreneur. And it's like, if you can make that mix, make that shift, it's really so important. So
yeah,
I love that. Take me back to like when you first found us. You are educated, experienced, veteran in the travel industry. When you first were deciding how you were going to set your business up from home or thinking about that process, was it hard for you to jump all in? Walk me through what that process was like for you when you started.
Well, I think there are just so many decisions to be made to begin with, and you don't know what order to put them in. And so, I knew I needed a host agency. I'm not at a point where I could be on my own. And I was good with that. And like I said, I selected one that was local, and it's a good one. But I just knew it wasn't the full answer for me because, like I said, although they have a very robust program, someone wasn't calling me every day and going, so how are you doing? What have you done today? And what are you, it wasn't a clear path for me.
Yeah. Even as an industry, even as an experienced industry veteran, right?
Right. Well, because I had that travel part, which I'm thankful for. I mean, if I were trying to learn travel and set up an online business, oh my gosh,
Complete no-brainer. The careers on vacation for that. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I knew I was missing a very valuable piece that you obviously are an expert at. And that is the marketing for today's market and the social media aspect of it. And I knew I did not have that. And that's a very big part of our business today.
Oh,
and and so many companies still don't get it. I mean, you can see it. There's some really large travel companies that it's like.
And the host.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. And there are hosts also. And that was when I was going through my host selection process. That was one thing that I could see too, was that, there are a lot of programs out there, but if you're an online travel advisor, you better have the online portion of it right.
Absolutely.
And I knew I was missing that piece.
Yep. Yeah. And you have to connect those dots. It's so important. That's where, we don't just want to be the best in the travel industry for delivering that to you and to all of our clients, but I go to these conferences and I see, maid companies and plumbing company that have better marketing systems than the average home-based agent. I mean, it infuriates me because, one, you guys just don't know. Like, how would you? You don't have a 30 grand budget to go travel around the world and find this stuff out, right? Or work with the top, people that we work with so we can figure out and plug it into our programs. But secondly, there's not a big attention on that from, the companies or a lot of times the hosts that are out there. They give you kind of just enough to kind of get your business started. But if you're really trying to do this as a full-time effort or leave another job or do it in a new season, your second, you retired from that day-to-day corporate, which I know that feels amazing to go from that world to being able to work from home or travel with your business. But if you want to do it in a big way where it's going to be impactful to your life and your finances and your abundance, it's not going to happen unless you really know how to run an online business, have best practices, and have the best marketing in place and use the amazing, strategies that are out there, because they are out there. And they're a lot of times they're not easy. Like, we have very detailed calls on like, here's what you need to do with Facebook. And it is complicated. It can feel like you're learning Chinese a little bit, right? So it's not for the faint of heart, but for those who want to know, like, what's the key to this one? What's the key to this one?
Yeah.
It's
it's still a lot of work. I mean, it is. It's tough. It's a lot of work, but with your help and with Christine's help, I have a roadmap. So it's just like, eating the elephant. You just do one bite at a time.
And Christine was Katherine's mentor. She's one of our coaches. She has her own, all of my coaches have their own travel businesses that they run. So they coach for us part-time with our students, which is amazing. Christine, we love her. She's the greatest. So One last question for you. What would you say to that person who is kind of on the fence? Like, I know I need this. I know this will make me successful. Like, they're just scared to make that jump. What would you say to that person about what we do, or, you know, to help them along?
Well, I want to speak to the new travel advisors. I know that you offer a great program for established advisors, but if you're a new travel advisor, I just honestly don't know how you could do this on your own. I really don't, and be successful. And it's obvious that you really care about what you're doing, and you put a lot of effort into making it really an excellent product. And I see you're constantly improving, and I just don't see how anybody could do it any other way, really. And the amazing Cyndi Williams is only here, so.
And
so what else can I say?
They get to work with me too.
That's
like a lot of people, they think they're buying like a program that's going to be on their computer. No, like, we're in your face. Like, let's get you supported. Let's get this launched. Or do you want to grow? And to your point, if this is your first video you're ever watching, because I know people start from the most current ones and move backwards, we have Careers on Vacation has two what we call tracks. We have a new agent track, and then we have an experience track. So we really pay attention to where you are in your journey, and then give you the right tools, support, and mentors as you move through. And I am very passionate. Thank you for saying that we care, because we're constantly evolving the program. A lot of people don't know you get access to a membership site that does not turn off after you end the program. In fact, people that went through the program a couple years ago have the ability to go on and go, oh, we just revamped the sales module, or Facebook's, all their rules and things have changed, which happens, every 3 weeks with Facebook. So what's changed? They can go in and get that new stuff, even if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, doesn't matter. So that's just part of our ongoing commitment to our graduate community, because we're creating the cool club, I feel like, in the travel industry. Once you're over in the grad group, that community is so supportive. They're so positive. If you want to, people are coming back to the Gold Digger, that's continuing education. But I just feel like it's very unique in what's out there in the industry. So
I would agree.
That's where Katherine's headed next, and we're so excited for her. But guys, listen, if you are brand new and thinking about getting into the industry, or you're experienced and you feel stuck, or you feel like you're in a silo, or maybe like Katherine, you're in the industry, but maybe you're working for an airline, or you're working for another company, or you're in a place where you love selling travel, but you don't know that business building part, just book a discovery call. It's not a weird process at all. It's really just understanding what your goals are, seeing if it's a fit to work together. We're going to give you great tips on what you should do, whether you go with Careers on Vacation or not. But it's really a time for just us. So what it says, it's a discovery call. Let's discover a little bit about each other and see if we can help you. If we can't, then we will, give you some tips. If we can, then we'll talk about the application process with you. So, Katherine, was the discovery call process difficult for you?
No.
People are like so scared to make the call. They think we're going to come out, no, we're not car salesmen.
No,
we have a wait list for the program. We're not pushy at all, I promise.
No, it was very helpful, and we talked, and it just gave me more information. And it was just a couple of weeks after that I sat down and reassessed everything. And I knew in my heart that if I wanted this to be successful, that I would have to do something. And this looked like the best option for me. And I really think it was. I'm very happy that I did it.
Love it. And we're so happy for you. I'm so glad for all of your success. And we're your cheerleaders for life. You're in the cool kid club now.
Thank you.
So thank you for taking time to share your amazing story. And we'll see you over in the grad group, okay?
Okay, Cyndi. Bye.
All right, bye, Katherine. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.